wasn't quite 10 minutes, but we are back.
Yeah.
Had to bring a friend because he decided to try to climb up my leg. What?
Meow.
Want to say hi? No?
No? Goodbye. Go on. Oh, you're
Don't
okay.
jump.
Come on.
Oh.
You're actually falling down instead.
Come here, sweetheart.
That's not how you get
That's
down.
not how you cat.
You don't fall.
You don't catch very well, sir.
It's okay. He's still young. He's got some years.
He does. To bash his own brains out. No. Okay, so the other day we had the little crinkle balls for him.
Yeah.
We were tossing it across the room. He likes to play fetch.
Yeah.
And we tossed it and it rolled into the entertainment center.
Uh-huh.
And he does not have good brakes. And he, full speed, full tilt, bam! Face first into it. And he's walking around like this. He couldn't even open his eyes. He walked all the way over to me going, meow, meow. So today, I threw the ball, and it bounced over there, and he, knock it off, dingus. He runs straight at it. He's full speed running at it. He gets within a foot of the entertainment center. It just stops, walks forward real slow, looks at it, picks up the ball, walks away. It's like, well, he did learn a lesson, so...
Yeah, you're just going to learn things the hard way.
Okay, so back to the story at large.
Misread the back. Says new pawn, not new porn.
New bond. New porn.
I
Everything's
add letters
possible.
occasionally. It happens. As you learned from
It
last week.
can't be new porn. That's Saturn, not Uranus. Sorry. That was an inappropriate joke.
Hey, diffuser. Don't you dare.
Yeah, it'll be fine unless he pulls it down, and then I'll kill him.
And then we're gonna, the audience will be blinded by my pale skin.
And my face.
And your face. Ah, your face!
God, my face.
Ah.
I don't like my face. I don't even have to look at it. Hey, you. Can you see us? Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you, on the other side of the monitor. Silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we're the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you too. True reality is on this side of the screen. Just Monica. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for even you to understand. I'm breaking out the big crayons. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it simply the Lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos.
Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Ocarine.
Quiet! I'm a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down Chodori until you reach Suihiro-cho Station, and then take a left onto Kuramaebashi Dori. In the alley before the traffic light, you'll find the rundown Ohiyama building. Little Habit's on the second floor. You know, the sad part is, it would actually probably be easier if they put it in hiragana, and then I wouldn't feel and sound quite as stupid. On the first floor is the store of ill repute called the Brawn Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors, all kinds of things. Oh, of all things. Can you imagine, even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. But the proprietor of the Brawn Tube Workshop, Tanoji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop, even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for next to nothing. I digress. The Future Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are...
Ocarine, Ocarine! You've got to say lab mems, not researchers.
Our lab mems, laboratory members, are three. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Lab Mem number 001, the insane mad scientist Hyoin Kyoma.
Okarin's cuter though.
Next, we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 002, Shina Mayuri.
Doo-doo-doo. Call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them.
And last, we have our resident super hacker, Lab Mem number 003, Hashida Itaru.
I believe that's you. That guy. Because
Yeah,
third member is that guy in that corner.
yeah. Stop calling me that, super hacker, duh. Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. For details, see our lab's homepage. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with the Dark Dominion. But that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it spawned. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in that tennis manga, right? Oh, like in that tennis manga, right? I get it. No! It's the number of earthly desires and mortals, you at-channel junkie. I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself. I'm not talking to myself, can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor, who is actually playing both of you and talking to himself! And himself!
Ah, he just grinned.
What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Just say, don't look at me. Oh, just say, don't look at me. I'm gonna have to watch that.
I don't think that's gonna work.
It appears our attempts to communicate have failed. Sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality.
Maybe they think we're in the game?
I doubt it's even occurred to them.
But aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way?
That's different. Those girls are my wives. Nobody cares about your harem. But Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know? What if we were just actually characters in a game? Any way we can know for sure? No. Come on. Such questions are meaningless. Time's better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. Nice chunibyo, bro. I step back from the monitor. Okay, so I have to define it for people who don't understand what chunibyo is. So it's the tendency of 8th grade boys, apparently in Japan, or at least in manga or anime, to become, I am a superhero, around the 8th grade. Where they, take on the personality of a superhero or a super smart person. Which is pretty much all delusional 8th grade males in any country. It's just here they think they're awesome and there they think they're superheroes.
Ah.
Characterized by an effective attitude of nihilism or cynicism, extreme self-centeredness, delusions of power or superiority, and a consuming fear of being treated as a child. The person exhibiting these symptoms believes they are cool, but most observers find them pathetic. Chunibyo, which is often abbreviated chuni, also refers to the fictional tropes that teenage males often enjoy, such as alien conspiracies, superpowers, especially powers sealed in the character's eye or arm, Norse mythology, battles for the fate of the multiverse, etc. The consummate Chunibyo case will work such elements into his own personal backstory.
Okarin is a textbook example.
What's at channel? Is that 4chan?
It's fiction.
Yes. Hacking to cooking to anime to current events. Yes, it is 4chan.
Well, why don't we just read them all, seeing as we're here?
Okay, 2D Girl. Duh, On the internet, it's an unwritten rule to say this whenever you see an image of someone or something looking towards the camera. Really?
What?
I live on the internet. I've lived on the internet since the 90s. I don't know. Don't look at me. Super hacker, a tremendously skilled hacker, or at least someone who claims to be one. The threat, my friend's a hacker, so he can easily find out who you are, often appears during arguments on the internet. People mockingly call the obviously non-existent hacker a hacker. Cosplay, an abbreviation of costume play, to dress up in costume most often as a fictional character. People who cosplay are called cosplayers, which can be sorted into layers. I've never heard somebody called a layer before. Many cosplayers make their own costumes.
I'd be confused. Like,
I'm a layer.
horribly.
You're a layer from Slayer?
I'm a layer.
Dirty thoughts from the 8-year-old boy over here.
Got me. Well, anyway. The system is the means by which the organization maintains its grip on humanity. Its full scope is too vast to comprehend, but suffice it to say this system gives the organization influence over government, religion, media, culture, and science worldwide. Most people do not even know that their lives are controlled by the system. It is so deeply embedded in the fabric of society that modern civilization would not be able to function without it. Destroying the system, therefore, would plunge the world into chaos. Moe. A word used to describe character traits that are cute or endearing includes flaws such as glasses, clumsiness, or ditziness. Also used to refer to the culture of entertainment centered around characters who possess such traits. Pronounced moe. That's because o-e. Duh. Sorry.
Duh for you.
Duh.
You actually watch anime and you kind of, well, have been taking lessons on how to actually pronounce things properly.
I love Japanese for that. A, I, U, E, O. That's it. There's no A or A. There's no E or E. A, I, U, E, O. Done. Finished. Okay, anyway.
That is your vowels.
That is
Work
your
with
vowels.
it.
Work with it. Make it bleed. I step back from the monitor. Displayed on the screen is an ugly cute character, Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. Do not show this to my wife at any point at any given time. She will have Seaman flashbacks.
Oh, right.
And there will be bad things in my life. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally I find only the ugly part of Ugly Cute to be true. Bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haka. I'm no Chunibyo patient. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. I'm Hyoin Hyoma! That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru, your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of the party. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Utaru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him anything's fine, as long as it's moe. He's a reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well.
Ow! The needle bit my finger.
Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student, if you can believe it. I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level, though. This ditzy girl's in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the future gadget laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I could ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me,
Miyushi is Okarin's hostage. I belong here.
well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I'll never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. So, did Alpaca Man say anything? Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca! I curse his name and smack the TV. I am not smacking my TV for you. As soon as I do... Huh? TV makes a sound like it's shorted and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Braun Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old.
You made Mr. Alpaca angry.
Damn. Have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down at the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. That is it, farming for some reason. What? I close my eyes. And what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. They're gone. As I left Radicon, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all.
Were the cicadas gone too?
Yes. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until...
What's wrong?
Mary's voice brought me back to reality. Mary hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right?
Huh?
You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Myri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Myri? You saw it, right?
Uh-huh.
Mary's head flopped back and forth from my shaking.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. There were people here a second ago, weren't there?
There were?
Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure.
Of course they are.
Her reply didn't make any sense.
It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure that's the cause of the heat. Do-do-do.
How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe your brain is actually broken. I realized she couldn't help me. Did he fall?
I think so.
Or did he just knock something off?
Oh, he
was
knocked something
knocked off.
over. All I
Get
saw
down
was-
from there, doofus.
All I saw was white and just clatter. I thought he fell over.
With nowhere else to turn, I looked at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radicon, where I'd been just a moment before. There it was. An enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, not 5 minutes before, I found my Kisei's Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Akise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone? The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was, what the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabashi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken. Beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop.
You...
Okay, if you're gonna be a punk, we're gonna have to lock you in the room with your sister. Off goes the kid, who can't stay out of stuff.
Punk! Damn ruffian.
Punk kids! Get off my lawn!
Get off my bar!
Enough of my bar. He's standing on the little
Well, it
butler's pass-through.
Yeah.
That's not what I was seeing now. This satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabashi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite.
Yep. What a surprise, huh?
What do you mean? What was the surprise?
It made a huge kaplow sound.
A huge kaplow. It certainly didn't make a sound, but I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it more like zoom. Was that you?
No. It was narration.
Yeah. Did that satellite fall out of the sky?
Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board?
Had I lost my mind? What I'd seen didn't match at all with what Mary was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two! Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave.
We're sorry.
First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here! I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kirisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense! Police took me by the upper arm and said... No one got stabbed at Radikan. What? How could he say that with such sincerity? Or such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX, just like usual. Okay, let's find out what UPX is. A major fictional office building in Akihabara. Otaku is, of course, people who have obsessive interest with particular topics. Hobbyists, also known as geeks in America. Trained otaku, military otaku, electronics otaku. Offline meat, a dirt. Alpaca, a mammal related to the camel. Average weight, 50 to 55 kilograms. Average length, around 2 meters. Habitat, Peru, Bolivia, Chile. Recently, alpacas can even be found in America and New Zealand. Unlike camels, alpacas do not have humps. Their bodies are covered with fluffy fur. Due to their strangely long necks and charming faces, they have come some popularity as ugly yet cute animal. You're all welcome.
Hooray.
Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chodori had been blockaded by police, so no one could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net's buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radikan. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chobudori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody's mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery? Haha, I see, so that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Dara and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God! But they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. Elixir Intellectualis, a drink fit for a genius. Cola's better.
Ocarine is Dr. P.
I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Ma ha 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 ha! Step through the curtain dividing its center and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it's strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know, the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is currently scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations, as are we. Tip. No, seriously, tip. We need new.
But really, we need help.
We need new mic equipment.
Yeah.
This is.
That's all we have. So more than one person.
It's all I have.
More than one person is kind of hard at times. More than two just gets downright difficult to try and catch everyone.
Yeah. What we're taking donations for right now is actually a dual directional system to where we can put it between the two of us and both of us talk, and you can actually hear both of us like we're actually talking to you instead of kind of over here.
Yeah.
Also, it has a swing arm on it, so I can like move it, use it on the computer and everything. Anyway.
Ooh.
Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. By the way, that's Shin Black and 7-Up. Shin Black is tasty. The plan, as in the plan, obviously, talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all. So, 2 years? Details. Points, we've known each other a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do is have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. So, are we closer to finding out what's wrong with gadget number 8? Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It's a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident, in other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, the Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Ora Ora? That a JoJo's reference. That's a bad JoJo's reference. Bad man. Lie detector based on thumb perspiration. Though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector, you have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. A CCD camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. The camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. However, the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from the sci-fi manga 22M. The very first future gadget, a toy ray gun with TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing it at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only supported button is Channel Plus. No other buttons like volume are usable. To turn the TV on, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime Mobile Jacket Gumbam.
The things we do sometimes to avoid copyright.
Merrily skipping around your copyright claims, YouTube.
Dicks.
The ability to discover something valuable when looking for something else. The microwave oven was born through serendipity. Don't care.
I hope we all know what a microwave oven is.
And how it was discovered.
If not, you can look it up
Look it up.
easily.
Google it.
Go to Wikipedia. Don't care. You'll find answers.
A television network based in Tokyo, ToTV airs more anime than other commercial television networks, making it a favorite among otaku. When a major news story breaks in Tokyo, most stations interrupt regular programming to deliver a special bulletin. ToTV is the exception, which has given rise to the joke, if ToTV cuts into a special bulletin, the apocalypse is nigh.
Still have more gadgets to go.
We have 8. Gadget number 4, Moad Snake. We have to see what it is.
I know.
Instant super humidifier. Electric heating cells to quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters, though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds. It looks like a Claymore landmine, which appeals to military otaku. Its name is given reference to the stealth action game Metal Moa Solid Rising. Future Gadget 5, once again, created by combining a dryer and a vacuum. The dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Reference to the popular anime Lupin's the Third.
Voice.
Sialoom Saber. And Ghost in the Ball. I'm scared. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk, which has an anime adaptation. Or 4.
Oh.
Future gadget number 6, a red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword, made possible not just with future gadget laboratory hardware, but also with special chemical knowledge. Inspired by Spark Wars, a series of epic sci-fi movies. I'm done. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist genius. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the Phone Wave. Name subject to change. Phone Wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. And Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The Phone Wave, name subject to change, is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So basically, it's a piece of junk. few days ago, however, we discovered the phone wave, named Subject to Change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1 as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Maoshi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru now... Okay, yeah, it was him. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can make it happen again. Mayuri! Mayuri! Bring forth the bananas!
Are you gonna turn them into Jalbanas again?
That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them Jalbanas?
But Jalbanas are Jalbanas.
I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, named Subject to Change.
Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food.
Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization.
That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one.
Next time we'll only do 1 banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore hungry complaints. The phone wave, named Subject to Change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped at him. The number is already in my address book, I just need to call the phone wave, named Subject to Change. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat's pocket. Now, where did I put my phone? Checked my pants and coat's pocket. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make the call to the phone wave, named Subject to Change. It allows to confirm the controller settings from Config in the Systems menu.
Click.
Now, where did I put my phone? Aha!
Ooh. We can actually do things with that?
I do? I do?
Alright, so that's still the strange...
Hey, I unlocked an achievement.
No mail.
And another one.
We get achievements just by doing things, going, ooh, what's that?
What's this button do? What's that button do?
Change wallpaper? Ooh.
Preview? Ew, I don't like it.
I kinda like that one.
Confirm.
Yay!
Phone ringtone? You got the volume turned down.
I'd have to be really close to do that one. Actually, I could probably just get away with that. Screw it.
Here.
Let's see. I don't know. Well, you can also just turn it up.
I've got a button that does that. I think I've got the actual game
I think so. Oh,
volume down.
darn.
No fun for us.
No,
Y'all
not
probably
us.
just went deaf, but that's
Huh?
okay.
Maybe.
We love you. We love you a long time. Skittles.
Get off.
These are the sweet heat Skittles if you haven't had them. They're great.
No meat and spice, though.
Yeah, but still.
It'll wreak havoc on my stomach later. No, you were supposed to.
I know, just wrong button.
Okay, it won't let us click on anything else. That's probably a good thing.
I'm connected. Hello, this is Phone Wave, name subject to change. This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance. This it's gonna be even better. System Daru programmed to operate the phone wave.
Do you hear Mayoshi's voice?
No, we heard a weird voice. quiet. I'm trying to listen.
You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the pound button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press pound 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press pound 120.
Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave, name subject to change, to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're deliberately going to mess up and enter 120 pound. 2 pound.
No?
0. Crap,
I
messed up. Won't this just warm it normally? Crap! I messed up.
Alright, so.
We have microwave bananas. Pound 1, 2.
You're
No.
just gonna do the same thing again.
That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave, name subject to change, comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? I never noticed that. That might have serious implications if we look at quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. Again, why do I have to explain? Rule governing the placement of atoms' electrons. Orbitals of the same energy are filled by one electron of the same spin before any are filled with a second, also known as Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. I think I'm in trouble because I knew what that was before I read it. Also, there's a PlayStation right here.
Right there.
Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule? No. Okay.
I'm so defeated.
The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
Gel bananas are ready.
The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will be forever remembered. They look really nasty. The taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. Come on, daughter. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way. Fine. Mayuri, the honor shall be yours.
But gel bananas are all gloopy, droopy, and soft and squishy.
Wait, she already tried one?
It had no flavor and wasn't tasty at all.
Gloopy, droopy, soft and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy. Banana. Mayushi, say your bananas all soft and squishy for me.
Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding.
Please, just say it.
Your banana's all soft and...
Don't make her say that, you perv! Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mary looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there's a possibility the intermolecular bonds were weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? I've got it!
Huh?
I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand. What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised? Now's the time to shout, well, what you say? Come on, don't be shy! The reactions are pathetically weak. Mary probably didn't even understand half of what I said. We already knew that. Oh. The problem is we don't know what it is doing or why it's doing it.
If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing then?
What a silly question, Mayuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave.
Then what is it?
We don't know. That's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, it's time. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. You have to attend the seminar and write a report.
Oh, that one comes on.
Yeah, that one we hear. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again?
Receiving mail.
You've got mail.
Muri.
You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Upa. It's worse than my last year when I missed out on getting fatty ghetto froggy. Reply to Upa or Ghetto froggy? Ghetto.
Upa.
Feel your pain, that was worth a fortune, our precious research fund. Looked up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is the large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara. Oh.
I'm just gonna let you just
Just keep going, Scrit.
It's fine.
I felt really good as a girl, right? Hermit the Frog is now going to be the female reporter.
Yes.
Yay!
Do it.
Maybe later.
Okay, fine. Behind me is the large, unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under a police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite.
As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibiru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone's walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radicon? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on @ channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feels that AC. I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave named subject to change. I might have found our answer. You know that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I'll carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So, what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So, basically you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave, named subject to change, may be the key to opening Steins' gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. The chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. Yeah, it does. The elevator opens slowly. As we step out of the elevator, I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling.
I'm sorry.
What? It's a girl. I recognize her. You? Impossible! Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Kirisu.
Is there something wrong?
Kirisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens.
Ow.
You! You should be dead! Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single blood stain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch.
Hey, that hurts. Let me go.
Kirisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize I'm gaping in disbelief.
What's wrong with you?
You're okay. But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago.
Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine.
You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future.
It came from the future?
That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. Nope. Date was definitely a week later. Came from the, 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He received it on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed. Bed. Makise Ke. Urisu. Don't. Why did I send such short message in 3 parts? It looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago?
Interesting.
Suddenly, Kirisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right. The email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist! I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Oh, Karine, I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Karine's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted she had some substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then why did I see her back at Radicon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. God. I grabbed the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it.
Are you trying to get yourself arrested?
I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher.
What truth, you perv? You stupid? Wanna die?
She pushes my hand away. Luis Chen's famous line for the win. Oh, that was he taught her. Familiar of Ten, a tsundere. Her voice actress is the queen of tsundere, Sugamiya Rie, nicknamed Sugyu. Akibara Technoforum. Skyscraper with offices. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Luis Chen's famous line for the win. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu. I know what I saw.
No way. Did you just see my underwear?
Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool, not that. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabashi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw.
Wait, Dr. Nakabashi? Gee.
What are you talking about, Ocarine? Dr. Nakabashi's presentation was canceled. Canceled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
Excuse me,
My name is Hoin Kyoma. Really, man? You're hopeless.
Okay, Hon-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail.
She finally understands I'm not lying, but I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san? It's almost time. Huh? Oh.
All right, thank you.
Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. Don't die this time.
Right?
Yeah, we should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture? Duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makise Kurisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. Girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today.
She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it.
It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous.
The audience is pretty mixed. Mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. What did I do? I lifted up her shirt, tried to peek at her undies. Yay, boobs!
Apparently the only thing that this main character does not have in common with you is about he's not a perv about it. He's just like, ha!
He's just like, I'm gonna look under your shirt now.
I need to
I'd
look
be
under your
like,
shirt.
I'm gonna be looking under your shirt
Yeah,
because
you're
you
like,
have boobs.
I need to look under your shirt. Yes.
Trying to make me sound like some kind of perv. Shut it. Shut it. I am the person that regularly texts my friends with the word boobs. Because boobs. Who doesn't like them? She may have these people fooled with their timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct.
For today's lecture, I have been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best.
Time travel? Oh!
Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept.
Objection!
What?
Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Oh, Corinne, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF stacks are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away.
Okay. It's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format.
Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that.
But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning.
What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Neutron star theory. Oh,
Okay.
Alright.
Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory,
cesium, yeah.
elementary particle ring and laser theory,
Dirac.
Dirac antiparticle theory,
Not bad. Perhaps Mikase Kurisu is a worthy rival after all.
However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other.
Well, what if someone comes up with the 12th model?
Right, well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model, now couldn't it?
Damn! She twisted my question around and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. Duh.
By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone wants to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be in about 100 millionth of a second farther in the future than I am.
What does that mean?
According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run near the speed of light, you could reach a point where only time moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse to the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day in the future. Understand Hoyuin Kyoma?
Yeah! I heard you singling me out. I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kaisu wants to pick a fight. I wish he hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. You didn't? I mean, you are an idiot, but...
This is not as bad as the other idiots.
Yeah, some of the protags in these things, man. That I always get the voice.
It's because they're always guys. You somehow always end up picking the guy heavy or the guy in lead roles.
I don't think there are many with female protags.
Not many, but I'm sure one day you'll probably find them just so that you can get a break.
Yeah, I can actually search for it by that now. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience.
Yes, you are right.
The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu's giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. Then what about going to the past?
Going to the past is possible right... Oh yeah, no, okay. Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. Can you see the light from tens of thousands of years ago? Oh, sorry. You can see the light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you?
That's not time travel either.
This time it's a nearby student who objects.
Well, I was just getting started.
Was it just me, or did critics look a little nervous just now?
Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice. String-shaped crevice with extreme mass.
A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist?
The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you can make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit becomes 0. Now, we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. At that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near speeds of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts.
I'm sorry, but that is the greatest thing ever. I love these people. It originates from the 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradoxes. In the first movie, the inventor of the time machine said it needed 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt does not exist. The screenwriter made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is gigawatt.
That's always funny.
Superstring theory. In physics, is the theory all matter in the universe is composed of strings. I'm not going to read all of that. Superstring theory is incredibly fun to think about.
At least that one's short, though. As opposed to, like, some others. Yeah, it just keeps giving you a scroll bar regardless of how much is there. I was going to ask you to scroll down earlier, but
it's just there.
It's just there.
Vibrations of which manifest as the elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, actually, it's not. CERN is doing wonderful progress upon that. Anyway, however, it's said that if this theory is proven, it will explain all phenomena from the birth and scope of the universe to the macro level to elementary particles like quarks on the micro level. Smallest unit of matter, however, the definition of what constitutes an elementary particle is unclear. Certain elementary particles have corresponding antiparticle with opposite charge. And there's the theory of relativity, E equals mc squared, and honorifics.
Honorifics, hooray! Because apparently there's a lot more than what are usually used.
You got SON, which is basic common. kun, which is male subordinates or friends, close friends.
Been called Kun before.
Also used by males towards female subordinates in professional environments. Chan, a diminutive suffix for small children, young girls, or close female friends. Tan, which is a more diminutive version of Chan, which is used for fictional characters, especially anthropomorphizations, and added cuteness. She is a literary honorific. Some otaku, such as Daru, use she regularly.
Alright. This is just a learning game.
Hey, you just went through an entire lecture
Well,
on superstring theory.
yeah, I just got a little bit more to go apparently, because I think there's at least one more thing that we need.
This earns a few chuckles from the audience.
Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic streams and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hoenn-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel?
Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time.
Looks like Hoenn-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little bit more realistic than cosmic strings.
Also known as Einstein-Rosen bridges.
By the way, Hoenn-san, do you know what wormholes are?
No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave this question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Phew, got it right. I sigh in with bits of relief.
There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But, oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So, we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter.
Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. No, because it resists all matter, including air particles. Sorry.
It's alright.
Kodishi raises her right fist.
Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist.
The wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. Sorry, that's a hangover from Rocky Horror days.
It's alright, I'm just the one reading lines here.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's gripping force so that I can't squish anymore.
Kurisu opens her fist.
If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes become possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at the near of light speed, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA.
How?
According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoenn-san jumped in the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Hoenn-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for the wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic stream travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but no one has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist.
So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort.
Now do you see what I mean when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer.
And we will continue after these messages. Will be right
back.
back. We're going to take about a 10-minute break so that we can be able to cut the video there for ease of use. So stick with us. We'll be